Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hello, and welcome to Made in New York Animation Project Incentivized Industry Access event. My name is Clear Xu, and I'm a drama therapist.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nyla, and I'm an animator here at TAP. And today, Clear and I will be co-facilitating today's industry access event.
I'm so excited to meet today's guest speaker. But before we do, let's review some Zoom webinar information. So this group will be operating in a webinar format. Attendees will not be able to turn on their videos or microphone during our webinar events. You were counted in attendance as soon as you log in. So don't worry, you do not need to follow up with us regarding the attendance. If you lose the connection, try to rejoin the webinar as soon as possible. You will still receive your incentive even you get disconnected from the webinar.
Awesome. Thank you, Clear. So I think we can get started.
Yeah, I think we do. So as we do in every industry access event, let's review our goals for today. First, we're gonna do an opening ritual. Then we will read our TAP creed as usual. We will invite our guest speaker, Liza Barrows, and do some Q&A, and then closing ritual.
Looks like a very exciting group. So what is our opening ritual for today, Clear?
That's a good question, Nyla. So in every TAP group, we will engage in an open ritual to help us check in with ourselves as we enter in this space together. Okay, because today is Friday, right? Everyone's feeling a little bit tired as we are about to wrap up our last event. So I would like to guide everyone to do a little breath work to return to our body. So everyone, no matter where you are, if you can try to find a sitting place or even lying down, put your feet on the ground and just hands gently relax, put on the lap. And if you want, you can close your eyes or just put your gaze down, connecting with your body. Let's do some deep breath. And every breath, trying to make some noise when you breathe out. It's a long week. Take some breath. Check in with your body. We made it. Release any place. If you feel there's some tension, some tightness, or just notice. I'm gonna take 2 more. When you feel ready, open your eyes, come back. Yeah, so we invite everyone to check in with us together. Nyla, if you could use a color to describe this week with TAP, what color would you choose and why?
I think my color would probably be pink for this week because I feel like it was so TAP filled. There was like the introduction of this programming. Everyone got to meet you the first time. It was very animation project oriented feeling week, and the logo for TAP is the pink little figure. So I'm feeling like a pink week for this one. What about you?
I feel a rainbow color because there's so many different things going on, and everyone just trying to figure it out and showing their personality to the group. Just there's no one color can describe this week. It's just like, oh,
it's a rainbow of colors.
Yeah.
I love that.
Feel free to use the color, check in with your friend, check with your family members. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining our opening ritual.
So we're also going to take a moment to review the TAP creed.
So the TAP creed is our agreement that every time we start a group, we're gonna read together to reinstate the group rules. So I'm gonna start first. 1, we show respect. We are a team of individuals from different backgrounds and experiences with a shared interest in learning. We live up to the same expectations as we would in person. We mute ourselves when we are not speaking in order for all voices to be clearly heard.
2, we take care of our technology. We utilize our technology with care and professionalism in order to support the learning experiences of all who attend.
3, we focus. We have a lot to learn. All our attention is focused on the group. We do our best to limit distractions around us. We wear headphones if possible.
4, we participate. We are engaged in the group. We abide by the creed when asking questions or sharing our creative work.
5, we own the content. This is our group. This is our opportunity to learn more about the animation industry and express ourselves creatively.
And 6, we attend group. Our voices and ideas are valued. We attend each group we're registered for. We log into the group on time and stay until the end, and our Zoom names match our registration names.
Drum roll. Now, we're so excited to welcome today's guest speaker, Liza Barrows.
Welcome in.
Oh, thank you so much. All
Nice
right.
to have this moment. So can you introduce yourself to everyone, talk a little bit about who you are, and then you have a presentation ready, right?
Yes. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, all good.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Liza Barrows, and I am currently a help desk manager at Hornet Animation Studios. And a little bit about, I'm just going to go into everything. So
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
I am an immigrant here. I am from Brazil, but I have lived here for half of my life now. So I kind of consider myself both. And I actually graduated in the fall 2018 from the City College of New York with a degree in computer science and a minor in art, where I focused in animation and user experience research, because that was something that I really wanted to do, to combine my technical skill and be aware of my animation skills so that I could work into the animation industry. So during my time in college, I had to do internships. So one of the first internships that I've done was at Cornell Tech. If you don't know, they have a campus now in New York City on the Roosevelt Island. So that's where I was working for about 11 months. And I was a UX research intern, where I had to create this application for cancer patients in Africa. And the reason why they needed this is because they didn't have access to the doctors. So the doctors needed to know who needed assistance immediately, or whose symptoms, like how to manage their symptoms through the app so that they could go and travel to them. So that was a really fun project. I got to design the logo. A lot of the times you see medical applications, they're very, how do you call it? Very sad. I wanted to be something that people would log in their symptoms and they would be, it wouldn't be such a drag to do it.
Yeah, very, very official, very like stagnant.
Yeah. Yes. So I just thought about the sun, and I took into consideration what they mean in those countries, in Africa and as well as in India. So that's the reason why I put that logo there. And then right after, well, let me just go back a little bit, because so I was studying, right? I was very focused in doing user research, but also from 2016 to 2018, that's also a time that I was very focused in animation. And I had found out at the time, 2016, when I was sophomore, I don't know, but I found out that Toy Story was completely computer generated, and I got really excited for combining my skills into that. And that's when I added my animation minor. So I kept looking for years. All the time I looked into the Pixar Animation Studios career website, and I was always like, okay, I can't do this right now, but I would look at their bullet points and I would be
do
like,
the
okay,
same.
I need to add this to my list of things that I need to improve on.
Wow.
And so 2016 was the year that I was like, I'm gonna get into the animation industry. And then 2017, I was still working on it. And then in 2018, the beginning of 2018, I was still on this internship. And I saw a posting on the Pixar website. And I actually thought I wasn't gonna get it or anything. I was like, oh, okay, I think I'm gonna apply. And then I applied because I felt like the bullet points like described what I could do. And I was like, okay, let's give this a try. And then I did it. And then I became a Pixar intern in the summer 2018. And one of the fun things is that they actually send you this one. And I screenshotted it because I was so happy.
It's like opening the email, you're just like, wait, what?
I know, because I was like, what just happened? I just can't believe it. Well, but before 2016, I always wanted to be in the animation industry, but I never thought that I could be in it with the skills that I had. I always thought I had to be an artist or an animator or, like just be artistic. And I was very artistic, but I didn't feel like, I was like, maybe I'm not good enough.
Yeah, the skills you thought you weren't. Because I think sometimes people see the artists that are at like these big studios and like you compare it to yourself and you're like, wait, am I at this level yet? But I think it's like really important to like learn to not compare, which can be a little hard, but it's like a growing process for sure.
Exactly. So yeah, so I did it and I decided to apply. And that's one of the things that I just want to point out there. Like the one time, like just apply because you just never know. You just never know what can happen. And it doesn't hurt to get a no. You can just keep honing your craft. So anyways, so yes, I became a production support engineer, and this was actually my office at Pixar. Had the little Mario stickers and everything. Yeah, so this is a photo during my internship at the time.
So can I ask you came from, they brought you into LA to like stay there for however long that it was, or was it like, where exactly were you stationed for this Pixar internship?
Oh yes, so the Pixar Internship is in Emeryville, California, which is near San Francisco area, so it's more north of LA.
Yes.
And they do because I came from far away, which is New York, they gave me a stipend. At the time, the stipend that they gave me was $4,000. And so they helped me to get an Airbnb in the area. So that's how it went down.
So there is like relocation assistance. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I stayed there for 3 months. The time was June, July, August that I stayed there. So that was a 12-week program. Yeah, so that was my first foot in the door. This was my first day in. I was like, woohoo! I didn't need to take photos with everything in there because I was like, I'm here, I might as well, So yeah, at the time they had Woody and Buzz and the Lego setup out there, and they had Bing Bong, but now they changed it up, so there's new characters out there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And what I did, so let me just describe a little bit of what I did. So production support engineer, essentially I worked with computers. There's Windows, there's Mac, and there's also this other operating system is what we call them. That's called Linux. And so I worked on the Linux operating system for basically all animators, technical artists, and other software engineers. And I would assist them with any help that they needed with their equipment and things like that. So it was a very technical role, but I still got to be creative in how I came up with solutions to the problems. So that's one of the things that there's creativity in everything that you do.
Awesome, that's really cool. So it's more of a technical thing, but there's still creativity to it. And I just want to say, everyone in the chat is saying that looks dope and fun. It's cool. They're very amazed. Someone said congrats for your internship that you had gotten. So lots of love in the chat and Q&A.
Thank you. Yeah, and so I graduated. yeah, I got my paper, It was an intense ride, but I got it. And then I decided, because at the time I had gotten the internship, because you know how the graduation happens in June, even though I was graduating in the fall. So
Yeah.
this was actually like the day before I flew out there. So I figured I might as well do something like this. And I was like,
Yes,
so I just
yeah.
copied the "You have been chosen," which is so cool.
That's awesome. You have some love for the cap.
Yes, yes. Um, and so after all of that exciting, college years, graduated, and then I felt I was really lost at that time because unlike a lot of my friends, I didn't graduate like having a job lined up. So I felt like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? And so, this is just a reminder that sometimes we might feel lost, but who doesn't feel lost from time to time? So that's what I like about this comic, because even though I was lost during that time, like everybody can feel lost at one point in time in their lives. So it's comforting to know that. And that's why I share that. And so during this time, I was feeling lost, but I was also like applying, getting many rejections throughout the process. And I decided, because I had just graduated, to also apply for other internships, because maybe I was feeling like maybe I'm not good enough. That's how I was feeling. And I think, yeah, so I was just applying for everything. And thankfully, I was able to get position, like a contract designer position for a program that I participated in the city university system. So I did that for a couple months. And I also did some mentoring. And what I'm really passionate about using technology to help people. So at the time, Mouse was having this collaboration with the Adapt Community Network, where they were using technology and creating these projects to help specific user with accessibility, so that to do some project that would help ease their lives. So in this case for Eileen, what the high school students, I was mentoring them, and what they did was created Raspberry Pi button so that her flip phone could call her mom with just a simple click of a button, because what is it? Her dexterity was limited, so she could only use one finger to click a button. It was very hard, so she wanted to do it by herself without any help. And that's what they did, and that was a really fun experience, so that we could understand the needs of like the adapt community as well. So because many students work with different people. So it wasn't like one project fits all. It was like for the individual. And then I had another internship where I was a quality assurance intern. And what this is, and I know that this is very technical, but so what this is essentially I was testing the hardware and software and letting engineers know that there was some things that needed to be fixed, some things that could be improved, and things like that. As well as I was also helping them build the hardware, as you can see in this photo, which was a lot of fun for me.
Mhm.
And then, and then I ended up at another animation studio, which is, if you're familiar with Kubo, Paranorman, those are all by Leica. So I was there and I got to touch, do you see how big those are? Like they're big, they're huge. So that was a lot of fun. I got to be a software developer there, and I was developing software to help them track their puppet hands. So, because it can be many, like millions of hands just for one puppet that you're tracking, like physically on the different stages at the studio. So they just wanted to see like who was with the hand and what happened to the hand, so that they could pass on to another animator. And hands are very sensitive, like very fragile.
Yeah, I never knew. So they have like ways, like they track parts of the body for these, like I think they call it armatures, or they're puppets, or I don't know the proper terminology for them.
Oh yes, so yeah, let's go over that real quick if you're interested in stop motion, because I love that. So it starts with it starts of course with the artists that develop the character and things, and then once the character is developed, they try to figure out how are they going to make the character move? So that starts with the armatures that are they start to create, and the ligaments, and it kind of looks like this little robot thing. And so that's the first step. And then it goes into casting, which is where they get their skin and their things like that. And then it either goes to hair or it goes to the costumes. And they're making these tiny clothes, and a lot of the people that work in costumes actually make clothes in real life for themselves. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so cool. So yeah. Oh, and the hair. Another fun fact. The hair is like each one put, like in the head. So because it's on the head piece, it goes separately. The head goes to the hair department, and then the body can go to the other part. But anyways,
Yes.
so it was fascinating to learn more about it and to actually touch it and be a part of it.
Yeah,
And
that's really cool. We have people saying, also agreeing that's really cool in the Q&A.
Yay. So yeah, I was there for 3 months, and their studio is located in Oregon, Hillsboro, Oregon. And for this one, I don't remember if I got a stipend for this one. I'm not sure. But yeah, and I'm not sure how they do it now. So I won't comment on that just because I don't remember. And oh yeah, and then my friend, he was like, oh, Liza, and I was like, this was from one of the sets that they had set up, and I was like, oh, that's so cute.
That's awesome. That's cute. Is that a set from Coraline?
Yes.
Okay, yes. That look, I saw the bug chair. I was like, wait, I know that chair.
Yes.
We have some
So
Coraline people in chat.
And you can see in the back, like the mini Coraline all the way on the left, and then her mom, like the evil mom,
yes.
and then the cat on the sofa that I'm standing on the right. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was fun. Oh, and then right after that, oh my gosh, I forgot. So okay, so these were all internships still. I graduated with internships, and then all of a sudden, a position opened at Pixar. And I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta apply, my gosh. And so I did that, and I got it. And I became a production support engineer. Yay.
I think we have someone asking, like, which is your favorite internship?
Ooh, honestly, I do not think there's a favorite, because everywhere that you go is a different opportunity that you take in so much and you learn so much. So they're all unique and they're incredible in their own way. So I would say, like, there's not really any favorites. They all helped me grow, not only in my career, but also as a person. So yeah, hope that helps.
Is there one like you learn the most? Like you feel, oh my gosh, it's the most challenging, or like, oh, that's like I learned a lot.
Well, that's the thing. I learned a lot into all of them, because as you saw, they were all different. So basically, I was following my curiosity. I was like, I want to learn about this. Oh, I want to learn about that. Like, I never really like just stuck to one thing, because I'm just like, I was just like, I want to learn new things. So it has never been like something that I was just like, oh, I'm just going to do this and be, because that's not my personality. But I know a lot of people just follow that one path, and that's great, and they learn different things along the way. But I wanted to learn just everything. So I learned from, like, being a designer, being a developer, working with hardware and things like that. And that really like satisfied my craving for knowledge.
That's awesome. I think someone asked, was that the movie Coraline film to scale, or was that just a remake of the set? I'm pretty sure that was like a remake of the set, right? The couch you were sitting on. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was just made for us humans. It wasn't for the puppets. No. But that was a great question.
Yeah. And which internship was the longest one for you?
So all of them were the 3 months. The 12 weeks followed the same pattern, but the longest one was the UX research, the first one with the sun that I was building an application. So that one was 10 months, just because I kept renewing, talking to my supervisor and being like, hey, can we renew? Can we, like, so I renewed it for three semesters, summer, fall, and spring.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and someone's asking how easy or how hard to get into those internships.
I would say, like right now at this moment, look for a company that you want to work for, look for the job posting that you want to apply for, and then copy that posting, and then look for the skills that they're looking for and try to accomplish those skills for the next year. You can apply for that position, and then you are more qualified in that way. So you have had 1 year preparation time to get the skills that they're looking for.
Mhm. Always
So
adjusting like yourself to what they want.
So for you, Liza, you like kind of search 1 year ahead for all those like internships.
Yeah, so for the Pixar internship was 2 years ahead because
Wow.
I didn't have the skills, so I needed to take the courses in my school. So what they offered a 3D course and they offer animation course. So I learned those courses because and I took computer graphics, which is a part of more software engineering and more math. But I took that and those helped me get into an understanding of how the industry work and how the processes work so that I had a little bit of a leverage as well. So looking into into classes that you can take to leverage yourself to where you want to get, I think that's my biggest recommendation. And should I move forward?
Yeah, I think we have some more general questions, but I think we can kind of ask them as you're continuing on with your with your presentation.
Okay. So yes, so I got to, I actually didn't include this, but during my time as a production support engineer, I actually got to go to a red carpet event because what they do is they do this crazy lottery thing that they select your name out of it. And somehow I got selected and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to a red carpet event. So I went to a red carpet event in 2020, like right on February, which was like crazy, but to think about it now. But at the time I was just super excited. I was like, woohoo, let's go. Wow. So the red carpet event at that time was for the movie Onward. I don't know if you guys seen it.
Not yet. It's on my watch list.
Nyla,
I know.
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry. We talked about this week in group too. They were like, "Oh, you haven't seen Onward yet?" I'm like, "I still haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it for sure."
Oh my gosh, no, it's really a cute movie. About the siblings who get together in the mission to for their dad. I'm not gonna give too much details because Nyla hasn't watched it.
Clear, have you seen Onward? So I'm not alone in this. I don't know if Claire's seen Onward quite yet.
I haven't seen Onward yet.
Oh, well, I'm alone. I promise. Love you.
So yeah. Okay, well, you have until this weekend. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I did that, and that was a lot of fun because we went to that big theater in Los Angeles that I forget the name. But yeah, they covered the whole street, and it was just us, and yeah, it was great. And then I saw that guy, Chris Pratt and all the cast, and it was so cool.
Tom Holland?
Yes.
Tom Holland.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Yeah, and that was my first like red carpet event. That was fun. And what else happened? Yes, so this happened. Other things happened, but yeah, that's a really memorable thing. And I also got to mentor my interns during that time because we had interns in the fall, and that was really not in the fall, in the spring, in the springtime. Yes, we did. It was fun. And then in 2020, I wanted to also give back to my community. So I was also feeling like maybe I should start my own business, and I did that. I started my own like business. I just call it my name because that's the hardest thing, to come up with a name. And I was just like, you know what? It's my thing. So this is Liza. And I also wanted to like do some more freelance, but so I was like, okay, how can I do this? And it was by starting my own business, which is like when you create your own LLC that's representing you, so that it's more like a legal issue when you work for big companies as well. So yes, I did that. And really excited about that, and I wanted to like give back to my community. So I also started a grant which called This Is Me, because I just wanted people to feel like, this is me, I'm unique, like not me per se, but like everybody. Like so the grant was given to 4 students from my school, City College of New York, that I graduated from. And it was given so that they could finish their projects with animation projects or design projects. And also I provided $700 to two professionals, which were working on some animation short films.
Mhm.
So that was during those 3 semesters. And yeah, so that's one thing that I'm really proud of that I could do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like money for a project like that, a little, any amount is like always helpful. So like getting a whole grant is like, that's really great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. And yeah, and I got like some of the students sent me thank you cards, and they even sent me like paintings that they did of me, which I thought was really cute. So yeah, was very rewarding. Oh, and this logo, by the way, was created by my friend. This is Liza and This Is Me was created by my friend from college, Rabia Hussein. And I was like, I love it so much. We worked together on it, and I was so happy.
The font is great, especially
Yeah.
the This Is Me one. That's so pretty.
Yes, I know, right? Yeah, she's so talented. I love her work so much. And that's one of the things, like as you meet people, you start to work together, even though you met in college, then all of a sudden there's an opportunity and you know that person and you're like, yo, let's get together and do this. So that's what happened there. And I'm really thankful for all of the people that helped me with this. It wasn't just me, but yeah. And then and then now we come to the future. So after staying at Pixar for 2.5 years, I became a help desk manager at Hornet here in New York City.
Yay.
And if you don't know Hornet, we make ads and some short movies as well, animation movies. And we have like a whole website of all the works that we've done, and even like some music videos as well. So it depends on the project that comes. It's a small agency, animation agency, when we have many directors that work on different projects and things like that. And it's just so awesome. I was also, I remember I really wanted to work at Hornet too when I was in college. And then all of a sudden this opportunity came up and I was like, I am taking it.
Grabbing all the opportunities.
Did you also spend 2 years ahead, like to check out?
Say it
Prepare.
again?
Did you also spend 2 years?
Oh, well, I guess in a way, right? In a way, no, but well, since I was at Pixar for 2.5 years, I had the skills that this position essentially was looking for. So that's another thing. If you want to be at a different company, you can always look or check their LinkedIn page or check their careers page, so that when they open jobs. Because it's not always that they will post on LinkedIn. And that's because on LinkedIn, when you post, it can be like $500 plus for that company to pay just to post that job.
Really?
So that's why it's important for you to look at the company website themselves, so that you can get the job that you're looking for at that small studio or at that big studio, whichever, Just a little tip right there for you.
Yeah, I never knew it was that much money. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but wow, that's interesting to learn.
Yeah, no, I learned it from an event the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to share this with everybody so you know. Yeah.
Awesome. So can you talk about like your day-to-day now at Hornet as the help desk manager?
Yeah, so I have definitely a lot more responsibilities. It's a bigger title. So sometimes more decisions to make. And I administer and manage more applications on the admin level of things. So, and I also do purchases, and I talk with vendors and things like that, and I do the software and operating system diagnosis as well. So I just have many responsibilities now. So day to day can be I'm fixing a computer, making a purchase, in meetings and doing things like that. That's mostly what I do.
That's cool.
Oh, okay. But now you all artists too. I want to give you some resources. Okay. So this is the part that you want to screenshot. Are you ready to screenshot this page?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. These are some learning resources. Right now, you can get 3 months free from Toon Boom just by registering to learn Toon Boom for like storyboard or for art, for anything. Just go to that website. And then schoolism. Okay, you need money for schoolism, but if you're ready to invest, there's some really good courses there that even artists that are in the industry pay to those courses to keep working on their skills. And then if you want to be an animator, 11-second club, it's essentially gives you recordings audio, and then you go and you animate with that audio. You create your characters, you do whatever you want, and it's a monthly thing. So it's really fun, and then you can go later on and see like how you have improved your skills over the year. So that's awesome. And then you probably already know about Animation Mentor that also costs money. But if you're a student and you have, if you're an undergrad student, you can get Autodesk for 3 years for free. So check out the Autodesk stuff. And then for events, if you're a woman or not, I would recommend signing up for Women in Animations, especially their newsletter, because they have so many events. Even becoming a member, it's great because you get to like know more about the events that are happening. And like being part of these events is really important in the industry so that you know what's happening, what kind of programs they're using, and so that you can be on top, and also getting to meet people in the chat, things like that. And, you know, just putting your LinkedIn out there as well so that you can network, because that's really important. And in this day and age where everything is online, like go to the events, go to the events. And then some other conferences for artists to meet more people in the industry or veterans in the industry is Lightbox Expo and the CTN events. There's so many awesome workshops in those events that you can be a part of. If you can get like a student discount as well. So check those out. And I hope you got the screenshot.
Yes, people are saying thank you for the resources. They're saying they love your energy and enthusiasm. People say they heard about Lightbox, so really great resources. Thank you.
Congratulations on your
everything.
Also, I will take questions now. More questions.
I think a lot of people are interested in your Pixar experience. So someone's interested in, like, they want to work in Pixar. What's the best course of action for them?
So that's one of the things that I mentioned before. You have to look at their website. What exactly do you want to do? Look for the bullet points of the things that they're looking for, because those usually it's a look into what you will be doing. So that's really important for you to know, like, what technologies are they using that you don't know yet, that you can learn in the next year or two, so that you can prepare yourself for that position and be qualified in those 2 years. And this is not just for Pixar, it's for like all companies really, because a lot of the times people are like, I want to get into Disney, I want to get into Pixar, I want to get into DreamWorks, but they're not really preparing themselves for the role. So just focus more on what you can do on yourself to improve your craft so you can get there. And that's usually done by seeing those lists and seeing what they're looking for. So I hope that helps.
That's really helpful to prepare ahead. Yeah, so when you were working in Pixar, Liza, did you move to California or just like doing remote, like in the COVID, I guess?
Oh yeah, well, we had to work in campus. That's you have to work there, but they do allow you to work from home 2 days. But I was living in California. Yes.
So someone asked, in my college, I'm going to take a comp science class. What would you say I should be prepared for?
To be prepared for the class?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my, is this like a never ever have I taken computer science? Because I would say get acquainted with the language.
Mhm.
And what do I mean by that? It's watch some YouTube tutorials as well, like for beginners, so that you get acquire with the language. Because sometimes professors, especially if you're going to take this class in college, they don't really understand that you're beginner. So it's important for you to also kind of prepare a little bit of the language, because sometimes they'll be saying things and you're like, what does no, I don't know. But yeah. So I think YouTube tutorials for the class that you're gonna take, if is it well, Python, Java, or C++, whichever it is that you're gonna be taking, just take some beginner level, videos on YouTube just to get a little bit acquainted on your own.
Yeah, like pre-prep and then kind of go into class ready. And there's a lot of YouTube tutorials and like people love to share resources for any of those stuff. So definitely take a look online to kind of prepare.
Yeah, and they also have the coding bootcamp, which is free coding bootcamp. What is it called? Oh, I can't remember the name. But yeah, just search free coding bootcamp. I think it's three. Oh my gosh, I used to. Anyways, I don't remember this one, but it has a lot of free resources and articles out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, so what are some classes you took in the first couple of years of college that maybe can help them?
Okay, well, what I did, I was basically taking a lot of my, requirements in the beginning, and then I started taking the computer science classes. But I would say, take, I would say from personal experience, to take your time. It took me 6 years to graduate college. I wasn't in a rush. I actually became part-time at one point, so I could actually focus on the classes, because some people would be taking 6 classes and I was like, what? I can't do that. Uh, so that was one of the mistakes I did in my second semester. I decided, second, third, I decided to take 5 classes and I was literally like, what am I doing? Like, no. So I don't recommend like pushing yourself like to to like above your limit. If you can do that, power to you. But I'm just saying, like, try not to push yourself so that you're not really learning. Try to stay at a pace that's good for you, that you're learning. And also try to take advantage of internships in the fall and spring, because those are often have less applicants, so that you can have, you can stop your semester during that time, but then you're actually doing an internship, which is
Yeah.
actually helping you improve your skills to the job that you want to get.
Yeah, getting industry experience while you're still learning.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter how long it takes for you to graduate, as long as you have those skills set. Does that make sense?
For sure. We're scrolling through. We have a lot of people interested in Pixar, as you've mentioned. So someone asked, how is the Pixar work environment and how does it compare to other companies?
So I think it's very, how do I say, there's so many things going on, and we have a cafe that has amazing food. So you're always entertained. There we go. Oh my gosh, because so many wonderful things. Are you even working? I don't know. No, but I'm just kidding. It's like, it just has, we have a lot of love for art when we're working there. And so you can find inspiration at every corner, because it's a huge campus. And you just find inspiration on looking at the previous stuff that's posted on the wall for previous movies. And you get inspiration from the cooks in the kitchen, because they create different dishes every day and different desserts. We had an amazing dessert cook there. I don't know if there's a name. Baker. She was a baker.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyways, you get inspiration from everything. So the cooks get inspiration from the artists. The artists can get inspiration from the cooks. And then you get inspiration from walking in people's office and seeing what they've created, because they can decorate their offices whichever way they want. So you get inspiration from just walking around in the campus and seeing like everybody's different personalities and everything like that. So it's very visible, like it's very visual. You're very inspired.
Sounds like amazing environment. Yeah. So how much hours like do you actually work, I guess, every day at Pixar?
I think it depends on the person. I know that people work differently, so I would say it depends on the person. It depends on the department. So yeah, I don't think that I could give you a number. just because it really depends, you know, it is a big studio working on multiple projects, trying to get them out. So I wouldn't know.
So someone shares, I've heard a lot of jobs require you to know more than your skill set. So was that the case for you?
I think that the requirement can seem that way in the job posting, which is why you're one step ahead when you prepare, 1 year behind, because when you get there, you have that, you know, that time that you have to learn. It can be like the first couple weeks to the first month that you're still learning the way that they do things, because from working in different companies, I have learned that every single company do things differently, and you appreciate the way that they do things differently, you know? So that's the learning period that you're gonna have anyways. Even though the job description may say that you need to be a unicorn, you need to also focus on like, okay, what are the 3 bullet points that I have that I can accomplish within the year or within a couple months that that I can apply for this and be eligible for it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Sure. Scrolling through, trying to find some more stuff. Oh, someone asked, do you have a Twitter or website to share your stuff, or like any socials you can share?
oh yes, I do got my socials. I got my socials. Let me find it over here. Okay. Yes, you can definitely feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. And you can connect with me on Instagram.
Awesome.
Twitter, I'm not a big on Twitter. If you want Twitter, I mean, I just haven't been as active these days. It can get very political over there. So anyway, but it's right there if you want to take a look. Can you still see my screen though? Because I was playing it out.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Still good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are so passionate about becoming an animator. Like someone asked, how can I fully pursue my career as an animator?
Well, what kind of animator, you know? So the 2D animators, I know that even if you are a 2D animator and you want to work for DreamWorks or Pixar, you can still pursue something like storyboard, because even though you're doing like the 2D, you're getting the, you know, the idea of the story across the line. And that can be really rewarding, especially if you like to draw in 2D. So Toon Boom is great for storyboarding. So remember those links that I put down there? Did you screenshot those links? Because Toon Boom has a sale right now for 3 months for free. Anyway, no, but try to get those in hand, you know, if it's a 2D animation, try to do those, as well as the 11-second animation club that I mentioned. And then if you want to be a 3D animator, so try out with Maya, because Maya has everything, you know. You can do from the modeling to
animation, rigging, lighting, everything.
Yeah. So yeah, for 2D animation, but you have to do towards it, right? So you have to practice because even though you're not at the level that you want to be right now, without that practice, without that in between to get to where you want to go, you know, it's harder to get there. So I would say put some time to practice those things, especially put it on your calendar. Maybe you can do 30 minutes a day, or take a weekend to do it as well. You know, just focusing on like, this is my goal. This is who I want to become. And like, if you really enjoy doing that, then it won't be like, oh my gosh, I have to do this. It will be something that, yes, I'm gonna get this character animator. It's gonna be like in my game. And you know, you can, awesome. As long as you set a goal and you start working little by little, like you can get there. You just don't rush the process, just like enjoy the journey.
Awesome. Well, you're getting lots of love for your personality in the chat. Everyone loves your energy. And people have shared that they did indeed save all of the resources that you shared and everything, and they're really glad to have these resources. And someone actually shared, I thought this was a really cool comment. Thank you for the eye-opening information. I used to think that mainly artists and storytellers went into animation, so it's cool to know that people that major in technology are also finding opportunities in the animation industry.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. Thank you for that comment.
Awesome. I guess we're coming to time, so we'll do like maybe 2 more questions, if we can like end it off. I see someone asked like a little fun question. Did you meet a lot of famous actors or animators at Pixar?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So there is like these 2 people that I did like I saw. Okay. Anyways, you're not supposed to like gawk. You're not supposed to be like, oh my gosh, hi, how are you doing? It's me. You're just supposed to like, oh,
Cool, but
oh, it's that person. But no. So Chris Pratt was one of the people I saw, and that guy from the movie Searching. I forgot his name. But anyways, I saw him in real life. Yeah. And then, yeah. But that was like, because that was like for Onward, during that time, Chris Pratt was coming in. So that's the one time that I saw. But yeah, no, those were like before the pandemic times. I'm not sure like how it is now, but I remember there was no visitors allowed during the pandemic time. So not only employees were coming in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did see 2 people though.
I think, wait, was that the person Tom Holland? I think you said you could remember. It was Tom Holland?
No, it's not Tom Holland. It's somebody else.
Keep saying
I
Tom
just
Holland.
can't remember his name.
Awesome.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Liza. There's so many like really, really helpful resources and so really, really practical advice. So do you have any like last word or last advice like you can share with our participants to help us wrap up?
I am glad you asked, Clear. I do.
Ooh, that was totally unexpected. Wow. That wasn't planned. Awesome.
So
We did not plan for this.
We did it. We did it.
I know, that's why I love it. I'm like, oh my God. So the advice that I have to give everybody, it's embrace your journey. I started from a corporate huge studio, and now I am in smaller studios. Many people have started from smaller studios that they went up and ended up at Pixar. So you never know what your journey is going to take you. So just, keep following your curiosity, like keep following, okay, I want to be an animator now, but maybe you discover that you don't want to be an animator. You want to be an artist and work in development and work in developing like spaces and, rooms, scenarios, like you want to be a development artist. So follow your curiosity. Like you might be working towards something, but then you figure out you don't like it, then go to do something else. Always embrace the things that you're learning, but also recognize that you don't want to do that anymore, and then follow your curiosity to do something else, and then continue to hone your craft to the things that you want to learn at that moment. Go and learn it and do it. So those are like my advice. It's never just like one way or the other way. It's a you way. Focus on like making yourself happy in the process as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Liza. Can
Thank you.
Can I ask you stop the screen share and we're gonna move to our closing ritual? And please stay here and help us to end up this group. So.
Well, everyone, yeah, we are coming to the end of the group, like Clear just said. So, Clear, how exactly are we closing today's session?
As we are wrapping up this first week, what is one thing you want to take away and bring to your life? And what is one thing you want to leave in this space? The question is both for you now and Liza.
I think I can start off. I was very inspired by the whole presentation by Liza and stuff. So I'm definitely taking some inspiration, bringing that into my space. I think I want to leave behind maybe knowledge and stuff. We had a full week here at TAP, like, really talking to everyone and talking and learning, teaching everyone about like animation and stuff. So I think I'm gonna take some inspiration and leave behind some knowledge.
And then for me, what I want to take away is do more deep breaths before starting big meetings. And I think I already left what I wanted to leave in this space with my advice. So positivity, passing on knowledge.
Yes.
to you.
And your personality.
Yes.
So cool. Yeah. For me, I'm gonna just take away like so many interests, so many like responses from the Q&A from our attendees, and I'm gonna leave. I don't know. I'm gonna leave just some like synchronicity, like
Mhm.
yeah, like some of the like telepath, the connection.
Yes. Awesome.
Ah. Thank you so much for participating in this closing ritual. And I hope everyone, you can practice that at home as well.
Mhm. And thank you all for coming to today's Industry Acts event. Thank you, Liza. Thank you, Clear. Thank you, everyone behind the scenes involved in all this. If you haven't already, and thank you to the participants, of course. If you haven't done already so, everyone, please remember to create a free Zoom account prior to next week's groups. And very important that you have that Zoom account created soon.
Thank you for that important reminder, yeah, to create a Zoom account. And here are the lists to connect with us.
Yeah, and then so remember to connect to TAP on our social medias. We have our Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. So keep up to date with TAP by following us on social media. That's posted in the chat and on the screen here. And have a great weekend, everyone.
Yeah, have a great week. Thank you for coming. And don't forget to check out Eliza's resources.
Yes.
Now I remember.
Yes, awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.